Okay, let's move that over there to where I can read it. This may be difficult, because what I'm trying to do is, go back to the one super flat world that I was on in order to have some dioramas for you guys to see. So it's not just a black screen. Is my mic working properly? Tetsu. Huh? Is that a reference, or is that just gibberish? It's probably a reference. Let's see here. Alright. So first things first. Let's see. Yeah, I turned up my render distance to do some skin customization done. Video setting. Render distance, let's go back down to 16? Yeah, 16 should be plenty far. Yeah, that's pretty far. Or at least for a super flat world. Alright, so. Chapter 2, The Inferno. In this 8-part chapter, I'm going in depth to give a proper analysis on the 8 parts of hell you have access to. Goodness. It's hard to read that and do this at the same time. Let's see. There we are. Also, I need to use relative location words because of school. Let's see. I don't think I've used them. I was going to make like a joke to, if you look to your right, you'll see the endless void of death and war, known as the layer of rage. If you look to your left, you'll see the basically sex dungeon of the layer of lust. But yeah, I can't build down here. Aww. Yeah. I've also realized I have not gone to detail about the hull of the Last Hurrah. Name pending. Natural blocks, yeah, it must be here somewhere. There we go. Boom. Then just dirt, grass. Okay. I was going to build it down there, but let's see. I guess I can just build it up here. We won't have the dark atmosphere, but building blocks. It'll at least be a thing. Let's see. So let's create a small circle, or at least as circular as you can get in Minecraft. Should we use wood? That might be nice. Yeah, oak log. There we go. Went back to making it a square. There we are. I think that looks neat. It looks like a gear. Or a giant wheel. Oh well. Let's try and... I'm going to just have some of these have disconnected parts to make it easier to see. But anyway, it's too small. Yeah, I'm just gonna make this bigger for scale, so I don't have to continuously fix some of this. Let's see. Name pending, which you enter once per life. Specifically, the end of it. Whenever you die, you enter it. During your life, you gain achievements. When you enter the Hall of the Last Hurrah, hereto referred as the Hall from this point onward. One moment. Trying to get me to correct my grammar. How dare they? You gain prestige depending on how significant each of the achievements were. For instance, killing a dragon gives 400 points of prestige. Once you get your prestige, you can participate in ascension trials. I'm gonna do more of this. Let's see, books, yeah. Oak table. Just gonna do the old reliable method of table. And trapdoor. That's a bit odd, but okay. And then just have a couple chairs here. Is there something I can use as like a glass of beer? Probably not. I wonder. I'd have to use a lot of my imagination to think of this as some form of alcohol. Let's see. No, this old lantern is better for this. You know, I don't think drinks float midair. Oh, there we are. Nice. Alright. So yeah, this is a tavern structure I built. Let's see. You can participate in ascension trials. Trials each cost 100 prestige. You can increase... One moment. Once you get your prestige... And can increase your statistics. Almost any statistic can be increased, but the amount they increase is dependent on how high they were last time you died. When you enter the hall, you get a duplicate of all of your gear and your stats before you died. So, you can utilize all of that. Let's see. Almost any statistic can be increased, but increases depending on how they were in life. Some statistics, however, can only be increased in the hall. They have different mechanics, but yeah. The hall acts as a hub for players, and the tutorial literally states, just ask for help from other players. Either that, or use your first life as a tutorial, normally. This surprisingly adds a roguelite aspect to the game, which I only realized recently, but yeah. Let me know. Where is... Uh-huh, there it is. There we go. So yeah, that's one room down. maybe it would be better to have it like night for the ambience, because there's not supposed to be any light here. It's literally just some sort of megalithic structure, more or less. I should move this over by one. Boom, boom. There. Stone. Monolithic. Is that the right word? Oh well. But yeah, there's just a couple structures for like recreational use, and then there are these large hallways that have many trials that have different statistics attached to them. Let's see. What's the next thing? Oh, that's the end of this part. I'll probably add maybe one or two more structures if we ever have another bonus episode. Oh well. If you look over this way, however, also there is one thing I've been meaning to mention. A lot of games nowadays, they're like, oh, what's a class? Do you want to... Yeah, I already set this up beforehand. One moment. There, now goodness. So, do I want to be able to see the stream to see if anyone joins and asks questions, or would I rather look at my script? I feel like I need to look at the script more. But oh well. Let's see. Okay. Basically, it is very difficult to change your class. You can have up to 3 classes at once, and you aren't really changing it, you're more so removing it. All the progress you made in it gets removed and placed into an item. This item can be given to other people, basically like a different account. I forget what they are, but yeah, it might lead to shenanigans and be broken, but I don't really know how I want to balance it. But yeah, now that that's out of the way, the first layer of hell is rather empty. As you can see, the top of the nether roof is actually a pretty good example of the first layer of hell. One moment. The sun and moon, which, yeah, the nether roof doesn't have, are in a constant battle. They basically streak across the sky like 2 comets caught in each other's orbit and like shoot lasers at each other. It's a spectacle to die for, because the sun is very hot and there's no atmosphere, so the sun is a deadly laser. Exactly 0 of my audience gets that joke. And I can tell, because my audience is me. Me, myself, and I. Oh well. You will be... And the ground has been flattened and compacted through years of war, and is now the hardest resource in the game, as in harder than diamond. It's basically like a mixture of bedrock and ancient debris, being extremely hard to mine, but also basically the equivalent of netherite. Although it's classified as stone, it has an ability to enhance curses, but more on that later. The demons on this layer are in an unstoppable rage. When they are killed, they have a cooldown until they start regenerating. They start from 1 HP, so low-level demons and players can gain a lot of experience from killing them as they regenerate. Note, they are also gaining experience as they fight to the death over and over. So it's over and over. They are hard to survive, let alone kill. So it is recommended that you kill regenerating demons at low levels. There are mini bosses. Okay, this is the next segment. Basically, what I meant to say by all that is that the demons are... Let me see if I can build something while I'm talking. Probably not, but oh well. I can try. Oh well. Let's see. There are mini bosses called Fragments of Wrath. Which is actually what I'm currently making. Basically, Wrath, for some reason, has ripped himself into 100 different pieces. Sort of. Not actually 100, but yeah. There are a lot of them wandering around, and they're stronger than the normal ones. And making them, very difficult to defeat. They have the appearance of blobous masses. Basically, this isn't an accurate description because it's pixelated. However, due to them being so horribly disfigured, it isn't very far off. If I had the ability to have detail, then we would be here for a while. Oh, moving on. Called Fragments of Wrath. They are incredibly difficult to defeat, but give an item called Essence of Eternal Rage. It can be used as the layer's currency, or given to a demon of rage to turn them into another internal berserker, like the rest of the demons on this layer. As long as they're in the layer of rage, they simply won't die. It can also be crafted into gear to make the Battlestone set, dealing both necrotic and unholy damage. This is what I was talking about earlier. Let's see. And empowered through combat into the Warstone set. It is the first example of growth type equipment we've seen. When you equip the full set, it reduces your experience gain by half and will upgrade after absorbing enough experience. And that's the script. Any questions? It isn't very long. This episode, I had the skeleton, and I didn't really know what else I wanted to say. The layer of wrath is kind of the least interesting because, like, literally the only real thing is it's an experience farm. You send low-level demons and high-level demons. The high-level demons kill the demons of this area through teamwork, probably. And then the low-level demons make sure they don't regenerate and gain a massive amount of experience at the same time. The next layer is ownerless, the 8th ownerless layer. This is simply due to the fact that the other 7 deadly sins, the overlords, fear wrath. So they just kind of stay away from him. Let's see. Yeah. But yeah, let's see. The next layer of hell is the ownerless layer. I don't know exactly how I'm going to talk about it. I could get more into the lore, but I feel like I need to have that have like an impact that I can't give it the impact that I want if I just tell you everything about it. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Let's see. Hmm. Don't know what else I could do. So, yeah. If there is anyone here, you are free to ask questions. There's me. I am almost confident that the viewer is me. Yeah. Um, uh, let's see. One viewer. Let's see. Yeah. I feel like I'm just stalling the stream, so I'm going to end it for now. Did someone just join? Or was that just me again? One moment. Let's get rid of those two. Do stream. I just closed the 2 pages I had. They were the same page, but it was to monitor my channel's stuff. So, yeah. Oh well. Thank you all for watching, even if you aren't watching this live or something. I'm thinking of streaming Mondays, but just as a streamer. And, let's see. I hope to see you all next week. Hopefully.